Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we're just going to be doing an old-fashioned new makeup haul because my birthday was March 7th, and one thing I love to do for my birthday, it's kind of just that one thing that I just always look forward to, and that is I just want to go shopping. Now, throughout the year, I do order makeup a lot just because I am reviewing all of the new launches and releases, and very rarely am I actually in stores. I do live maybe an hour away from a Sephora, and I also work 2 jobs from home, 3 if you count YouTube, so I just don't make it out very much. So for my birthday, I always just really look forward to that shopping trip, and I really went for it with some of the makeup this year, so I am really excited to get into my little haul. Now, typically when it comes to my birthday shopping trip, I go for the makeup, I go for clothes, but yesterday it was makeup and books. For some reason, I do love to read. I don't really talk about that much, but I do absolutely love to read, and I typically keep things on my tablet just because I can't stand clutter, but I do always have a special spot in my heart for a physical book. So I did definitely buy some new reading material, which I was really excited about. But let's get into the makeup. So let's start with what I got at Sephora. So some products I actually did have to restock, but the first thing I grabbed is my Cinema Secrets. This actually got me in the checkout line because I forgot I needed to restock this. So I did purchase this. Sometimes I go back and forth on whether or not I want to repurchase my Cinema Secrets, but then I remember how well it works and I just purchased it anyway. I did actually use this once we got home last night because I was in desperate need of a brush cleaning, and I went through and did all my brushes and I just feel so much better. So I definitely needed to restock my Cinema Secrets. Also, I reviewed these when they first came out, but I did pick up a new shade of the YSL Make Me Blush Bold Blurring Blushes, and I got shade 44. So I reviewed these when they first came out. I think I posted my review on Christmas Eve, and I had shade 37 and shade 6. I am still absolutely obsessed with the formulas, but I also really desperately love shade 6 Rose Haze. It's just such a beautiful everyday blush. And both of the shades I tried initially are in the matte formula, so they have some that are more satin, some mattes, and some shimmers. But shade 44 is one I wanted initially, and I can't stop thinking about it. So when I saw they had one left in store, of course I grabbed it. So this is shade 44, and this is, I believe, in the more shimmery formula. So this is what that shade looks like. It looks so beautiful. I am just so excited about this. I was eyeing up this shade from the jump, and then once I did swatch it in store, I immediately fell in love with it, and then they had one left and I knew I had to have it. So I'm very excited to try this, and I will either do a video trying all of the makeup I got, or I will just post some shorts with them, but I will definitely be trying this very soon, and I'm very excited to finally have this shade after thinking about it for 3 solid months. There was also some sort of promo by the Cash. I can't remember what it was. I don't really know what she said, but I did get a mini of the Color Wow Dream Coat Super Natural Spray. I know this product has been super popular, so I decided to grab it and try it out because I was curious to try it out anyway. And then this little mini I figured would be a perfect way to do that. Let me know if you've tried this because I would be very curious. I've definitely seen some of the reviews online, but let me know if you've tried it. Okay, the next product is another restock because mine is almost empty. This is the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony Flexible Lifting Gel. This is my absolute favorite brow gel, and I am almost done my second tube of it, so this will be my third, and I absolutely had to repurchase it. It's just my favorite because it is a clear brow gel. It's just the right size applicator. It does hold my brows, but it doesn't make them look laminated or glued down or make them too heavy. The product doesn't sort of ball up and make it look like you have dandruff in your brows. This is just the absolute perfect brow gel, and I have very stubborn brow hairs and they kind of love to fall. So it takes a special brow gel to actually hold them up, and this definitely does do that. So this is just my absolute favorite, and I've tried a lot of things, but this just remains my go-to. I also picked up from the Sephora collection one of their Lacquer Shine lipsticks. I saw somebody raving about this on Instagram. So this is actually what the shade looks like, and it is the shiniest, creamiest lipstick. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm actually kind of curious during the Sephora sale, which is coming up very quickly, to purchase more shades because the Sephora collection is usually 30% off, and this is a really great formula, and it's Sephora collection, so it's already really affordable. And I know I should have saved some of these purchases for the Sephora sale. I have that fight with myself every year, but you know what? It's my birthday. The next product I grabbed is from Ilia, and this is one of their Lip Sketch Hydrating Crayons, and this is in the shade Pink Door. So I have heard really good things about these, and I think these are supposed to be kind of similar to the new Road liners. Like, it's just a very chubby lip liner pencil. It's not supposed to be too overly precise, but it is supposed to sort of give the lips some definition, but can also fill them in if you want to. And this is just what it looks like here. So it is just a really chubby little pencil, but it does look really nice. And when I swatched it on the back of my hand in store, it felt very, very creamy. So I am excited to play with this one as well. They did have quite a few different shades, but this is the one that I figured I would reach for the most. They have a lot of nude shades for sure. And the last thing I purchased from Sephora is from Kulfi, and this is their Zuri Eyes eyeshadow in Citara Sparkles. So this is like a cream eyeshadow, and it's intensely sparkly. I originally wanted the shade Sona Sona because it's more of like a soft gold, but the shade is really pretty as well. I swatched it and I kind of fell in love with it as well. You get a lot of product with this. Look how much you get in there. That is just a really beautiful cream shadow. Looking at the shade now, it's actually reminding me a lot of Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, so I'm going to have to do a comparison. Maybe it's one more thing I have to put in my upcoming beauty battle, but when I was swatching this in store, I absolutely fell in love with it. So I'm very, very excited to use this very, very soon, and I will, of course, get back to you and let you know my thoughts. All right, I also did some damage at MAC, and the reason is because when I went, they just so happened to be having a 25% off sale, and I also got my birthday gift, so I didn't pay for two of these items. So the first thing I grabbed is actually a brush, and this is the 143S. So this is what it looks like. I should probably take the plastic off. So this is what it looks like, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a sculpting brush, kind of like a contour. I've wanted this brush for a long time. They originally had this in their bronzer collection that they came out with in 2020, and the handle was somewhat similar, but it more so reflected that packaging. But they did, I believe, re-release this brush in a basic bronze handle when they came out with their new bronzers, I believe. This is incredibly soft. It's so soft, and I love how you can get very precise with it. So I've really wanted this. I do have something very similar on the end of my Patrick Ta dual-ended brush, but I've just been eyeing this one up for so long. So I'm very, very excited to finally have it in my collection. I just find that MAC still does brushes very, very well, and I am very particular about my brush shapes. I was thinking about this last night when I was cleaning my brushes because I have quite a lot of brushes, but there are only a few that actually, well, I shouldn't say a few, it's still a lot, but there are some that actually live in the organizer on my desk because they're literally the only ones that I reach for because of their shapes, and they all have a purpose. So because I'm so particular and I've been thinking about this brush for so long, I figured I should probably just go for it. The next thing I grabbed is actually something that just came out this week, and this is their Dazzle Shadow eyeshadow stick. So I got the shade Subliminal Spark, and I think this looks so pretty. Now, they did release quite a few shades of these, and This is one of the shades that I was initially looking for, and the other shade was the taupe shade, but I honestly found that the taupe wasn't nearly as sparkly as this one. So this is what the packaging on this looks like. It's very shiny. And there is the color on the end here as well. It's not a very good representation of the shade in my opinion. And this is like a gorgeous, almost like a champagne pink. It's very, very creamy. It has a really good amount of pigment to it as well. And as soon as I swatched this one in store, I knew I wanted it. And like I said, the taupe really didn't have the same amount of sparkle. So I'm thinking that this line might be one that kind of depends what shade you get as to how much sparkle you're going to get. But this one looks absolutely stunning and I cannot wait to test it out. So I did purchase 2 lipsticks. Not that I need any more MAC lipsticks, but you know what? Clearly they're my favorite. So I did purchase the shade Flesh Pot, and this one has just made a return as part of their nudes collection. I did not have this the first time it came out, and I didn't think I wanted it after seeing a lot of swatches online, but once I swatched it in store, I instantly loved it. I've already purchased Cool Teddy and Yash from the Nudes collection, but this one is just the absolute perfect shade, and I have always been a huge fan of the shade Cream Cup from MAC. So this is the shade Flesh Pot. I actually do really, really like it. I do think it looks a little bit warmer now than it did in store, but I do think it's really, really pretty. And the other lipstick I picked up is actually from their Viva Glam line. I do have one of their Viva Glam lipsticks before the reformulation. I think it's Viva Glam 2, but this is Viva Planet. And this is another very light nude. And it's actually a cool tone nude. So it still has their new packaging, but it does have that red band around the center, like the Viva Glam lipsticks always have. And this shade is gorgeous. This is in the matte formula. Flesh Pot is in the satin matte. So Flesh Pot's going to be not quite as matte. And this is Viva Planet. That is a beautiful, beautiful, cool tone nude. That is gorgeous. I like that even more now than when I first swatched it in store. And honestly, I just pulled out my Modesty lipstick because Modesty, look how little my little Modesty lipstick is. This is my all-time favorite lipstick shade because it is my perfect My Lips But Better. But as I just swatched Viva Planet, all I could think about was Modesty. Look how similar that is. So this is the original Modesty lipstick, and this is Viva Planet. So if you're a big fan of Modesty, Viva Planet is really nice. And of course, Modesty is a creamier lipstick, so Viva Planet may be a good option. As I swatched it out, I was instantly thinking of that, but I am, of course, very, very excited to have those. And the last thing I purchased before I get into the birthday gifts I got from MAC, I did pick up a mini of their new MAC Stack Elevated mascara. So I have not met a MAC mascara that I liked so far. But once I saw the MAC Stack Elevated, I was very intrigued. So, the packaging is actually kind of fun. So it has the same sort of packaging as the original, but it has like this clear little orb here. And it does just have Elevated. And this has a curved wand, and it's a fiber bristle wand. So I thought that perhaps I would end up liking this one more. So I will be trying this as well because I'm terribly curious. I do have more mascaras on the go right now than I would typically like, but I've just been trying to create so many different things that it's gotten away from me. In the birthday gift, they did give me a mini of the original MAC Stack mascara. I'm not going to open this, but I don't like this mascara. I really hate the wand on it, and I just don't find it does much, and I do find it flakes like crazy. And then the other birthday gift was actually one of their Squirt Plumping Gloss Sticks. I got the shade Amped. Online when I was looking at the birthday gifts maybe last week, it was showing these gloss sticks, but it was only showing the black or the green. But in store, they let me have whatever shade I wanted, so this is what it looks like. I will say the packaging feels very, very inexpensive, and it is one of these sort of twist up, plumping, wet glosses. And I don't want to swatch it just yet because I don't know if I want to play with it yet, but These are more of a clear, plumping gloss, much like the Makeup by Mario. I will probably do a comparison if I end up trying it out, but I am so excited about everything I got yesterday. I know there's actually quite a few lip products. There are some things I definitely held off on because I'm going to wait for the Sephora sale, but there were some things that I wanted to try out right now for review purposes, and then there were some other things that I really wanted to try, but they were the very last one, so I thought I would grab it. So I am very, very excited about this haul, but let me know down below if you are curious about any of these, if you've tried any of them, let me know. What do you think of some of my choices? Let me know all of your thoughts. I love hearing from you guys so, so much. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!